No, we actually had a bigger one on last week. We've got some really small ones. This is actually more comfortable.
I usually get a notification, so.
Oh, I have set up, I just hit the live button, so we're officially live right now.
Yeah, it's been a day actually. A little off fast. It all declined very fast, but it's going back up fast.
So most people for it or against it at Dutch Township? Most people they did.
Did you go?
Less than they said a lot of people. Oh, yeah, there was the torch light. Torch light alliance. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would. Bill, change it.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah.
Did they have it all both on the way out?
They thought it was new. Good for that.
Really?
And I think they're still looking at like amending, updating.
Planning commission, zoning, ZBA.
Sure.
All the girls can get canceled and they push them to the model, but the girls get married and all
I think we'll have a snow day tomorrow.
that.
I've been retired like, for how many years? Since like 10.
10.
I still get excited about snow day.
Always
I
Yeah.
put down- I put down a board.
vicariously.
Yeah, I put it on the top. Yeah. We start
Good to
talking about
see you.
4:35 in the morning.
Yeah.
My wife's like, you turn that off. I go,
No way.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill.
You have the pulse of the area here. Yeah,
That's
I
you.
wake up by 9 to 10 minutes.
I tried my best last night and it just didn't work. So,
Oh, it was like, that's half the month there.
yeah,
About 4:30.
it even got worse after that. So.
There was like a coating of ice on the, in the alley behind our store that you didn't even see, and then it's just getting ice from there, so. Made the right call, for sure.
From a teacher's perspective.
7:00, call the meeting to order, please. Brian, lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Chapman? Patton?
Here.
Tyler?
Here.
Fox?
Here.
Shearhart? Drake?
Here.
And then Tyrell will not be here today.
Number 4, approval of the agenda, March 11, 2026.
Move to the agenda.
All support. All in favor of approval of the agenda, March 11, 2026, say aye. Number 5, approval of minutes, February 11, 2026.
Move to approve the minutes.
All in favor of approval of the minutes of February 11, 2026, say aye. I'll just go with public comment. Number 6, public comment, Bryce Janaman. You're up.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bryce Janaman. I'm with Moore Trosper Construction Company. We're the construction managers of Central Lake Public Schools. Just here to talk about the proposed road closure on Howard Street. It would be in between Davis and State Street. This would be so our steel contractor can have the proper access that he needs for the removal of the gymnasium roof and then the installation of new steel for that roof. We're working out the finer details with him. So I have 10 copies if people would like them, just to show the exact area of where we would like the road to be closed down. And then I can provide further details and dates in short time. you guys all like a copy?
Please. Thank you, Bryce.
Yep.
Ooh, good color.
May I have one too, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep. And I gave my contact information to Rob, so if anybody has any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call anytime.
Just an approximate, will this be a closure for weeks?
Yeah, for weeks, yeah.
Okay. And it would be over the summer?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, the lady that lives right there, will she be able to get in and out somehow?
Yeah, we will maintain access for her, and we'll make sure to not block her driveway, so, and then whenever she's coming in and out, we'll make sure to stop anywhere, so she has access.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 residences.
Yeah, two.
Jim Shaney's, or Shanesy's old house and my old house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we just got it here, though.
He said in Vegas.
I'm not seeing, I don't think it goes that far.
It's the Brooks, it's not all the way to.
Oh, sorry, Brooks, yeah, not Davis, yep, sorry.
This stuff is
Just
just
the
one
one
house. This is.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
The backside of the church.
Discuss your old house.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it's just the one block.
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty practical.
Pretty small.
It'd be exciting to get that done.
We almost circumvented some claims to come around where she come off. It was great.
So you won't start this till after school gets finished, or are you gonna start it as soon as the weather breaks, or?
Yeah, as soon as the weather breaks, we have a tentative date, for sometime shortly after spring break. So we're just tracking down lead times for material and things like that, because the idea is to start demolition once we know when we're gonna have the material secured, so we can perform the demolition and then jump right into the installation of the new steel.
So, I mean, the plan really is to take out a couple, put them back up, rebuild the roof deck so that the building's not exposed all the time. So it's gonna be kind of, that's the way I understand it.
Right.
It's gonna be kind of taking it apart, putting it back together as they go. So there's a lot of layers there, and contractors are gonna be involved to make sure that we're not leaving the building exposed.
So it's gonna take a while then?
It'll be a bit of a process.
Yeah. So you want that road closed the whole time as you're taking it apart, putting it back together?
Yeah, so the crane can have access, to take the old steel out and then set the new steel through.
Think how exciting that's gonna be for all the little preschool kids and elementary kids, to have a crane right around here, you know? Think about that.
Wrong person, mine is yours.
Jinxed it now.
Good, no, thank you.
Any questions for Bryce? All right, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Rob has my contact information, so if anybody has any additional questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll be getting back to everybody with some more details shortly.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Public comment. Matt, there you go.
Not very much. I contacted you guys too late to get on the agenda, but as Central Lake Fireworks Fund, remember, we are at $3,800 or $3,600 right now. Last year it was 25,000. We started earlier last year. In all honesty, I just have not put the time to do it. But we are going to start our fundraising very quickly. coming to the village, and I'm going to the township next week to talk about various things, including how they should be contributing more to it. The charter of the Central Lake Fireworks Fund is to ask the village for a third, the township for a third, and a third of private donations. That's still the plan, nothing has changed. But I would like to get that on the agenda, I guess, probably not for this week, but for next month's agenda to approve funds. We are late to the game on getting half the deposit of $12,500 to the company. I think we can probably hold up a little bit more. Same folks will be involved this year with setting them up, putting on the show. We're still always trying to recruit other members, but I'd like to be on the agenda for next month. And I'm going to ask for $10,000 from the village with the contingency that if we meet our goal, which I plan on giving, I'll give where it shakes out the third of that back, so $2,500 or whatever. We just need to go with that hump to get half of the funds to the fireworks company. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Any other public comment?
I'd just like to follow up on Matt's update. Appreciate the update. I was on the village website today and actually clicked over on the fireworks link on there. There's like no visual, like the little goal post to show like where the fund balance is right now. And I just wondered if that would be helpful. I would like to share, but up until today, I don't know where we were at.
So yes, very much good comments. We actually talked about making a sign like that visually, like Ellsworth does for theirs. But I think on the website would be a good start. So again, this is on me. I just didn't have to put the time into it. We're a very small group that does the mechanics behind it. So duly noted, and thank you. Yeah.
Any other public comment? Closing public comment. Number 7, reports. Police report, Scott.
Thank you. Hopefully everybody got a chance to look at the report. Pretty typical month. Getting everything that we did is on the left-hand side. Everything else that was helped or assisted with is on the right-hand side column. Not too many, couple meetings, and that's kind of about it. Short, sweet to the point. Any questions? Great, thank you.
DPW report, John Schultz.
Yeah, February, there wasn't a whole lot to put on there for you. I was either plowing snow, moving snow. I think we did the awesome meter pits out this month because of cold, but that was more just people plowing over them, not really frosting the ground. Other than that, yeah, Chris took some time, I took some time, and that was the month.
Ellie, clerk report, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty basic month of February, of course. We passed the budget, so that was implemented. My average job, I attended a mock interview day up at CLPS, so thank you for letting me do that. It was a good time. I think the kids really enjoyed it as well. Campground reservations are in full swing. We're making some good money there, which is great news. Shar and Ron are excited to come back. I can't wait to see them. Yeah. I've had one FOIA request. We'll go over that later today. Any questions for me?
Thank you. Are we going to do I have a president's report. I'll do that and I have the personnel or no? Christine, get on there. You can wait. All right. President's report. Before you have the monthly overview from Gordy Fraser and Associate. We're going to talk about some of the other stuff on here, but the kayak launch, where we're at on that. We're opening bids end of April. They have it scheduled to be completed July 2nd. So now we move to the west side, Thurston Park Pavilion. That is being run by Paddle Antrim to improve Thurston Park Pavilion bathrooms and make it ADA accessible. Dina Jardin from Paddle Antrim is going to start it and collaborate with MEDC to crowdfund funding for that. And we also have another project going over there, working with the Lions Club and possibly a grant to get ADA compliant swing set and a pathway, either concrete or asphalt, down to the said swing set. Or a Moby mat, whichever is going to be the most cost effective. So that's where we're at on that. We'll know if we get the Lions Club grant August 1st. So we'll see what happens on that one. That's all I have for that. So, number 8, correspondence, Cherry Capital Cycling Club. Before you've got the letter from Cherry Capital Cycling.
Would you like me to read it aloud?
Want me to read it aloud?
Do you want me to? It doesn't matter.
You want to read it, Michelle?
Sure.
All right.
Dear Ally, the Cherry Capital Cycling Club is pleased to announce we will be offering a grant program in 2026 for area communities and organizations who support cycling. Our club is a volunteer-sponsored nonprofit organization with the money raised each year coming from our 2 major fundraising rides, Ride Around Torch and the Leelanau Harvest Tour. Our grant program supports our mission, which is to promote a cycling community as part of a healthy lifestyle. We encourage you to consider applying for a grant to attract more cyclists to your community. Studies have shown that communities investing and promoting cycling have seen tangible economic impacts. If you want to participate but need some help with project ideas, a few project examples we have helped to support through our grant program in the past include Darrow Bike Fix-It stations, bike racks, biking-focused infrastructure improvements, and trail improvement projects. We can provide additional details regarding Fix-It stations and bike racks upon request. You can download the new grant application form by visiting our website. And please note that we will be accepting grant applications beginning February 1st through March 31st, so it's coming up, 2026, with award decisions being made in the first full week in May. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Regards, Cherry Capital Cycling Club, Jim Pico.
Thank you.
That sounds interesting.
Can that be made available or that letter?
Do we have, we'll have to look and see if we're going to apply, it has to be on behalf of a municipality and.
See what the match is.
Yeah, those big stations are kind of nice. You know,
The Fix-It stations?
those tire trails and the trail that goes from Gary to Rogers City.
Okay. So one at Thurston Park?
Yeah, the one right over here, we got the water thing.
Oh, yeah, one at the.
Yeah, that's a good pavilion. Yeah.
And maybe in the bike rack.
All right.
Stop there lots of times for water, so that people are nice there get water. So.
Yeah, cool.
So I'll pursue this to look into it for further information.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Obviously, the application's due before our next meeting.
8B, Paddle Antrim 2026 events and the letter of appreciation. You wanna read this one?
Oh, red hour.
All right, you read out. Dear Village Council, thank you so much for your continued support of Paddle Antrim as we protect our lakes and our rivers and connect people to them through paddling. Paddle Antrim Festival, we are excited to host our 11th annual Paddle Antrim Festival this year on September 18th through the 20th, where paddlers will take to the chain of lakes and go 42 miles from Ellsworth to Elk Rapids over 2 days. Paddle Antrim is requesting the use of Thurston Park, and that is also going to be action item F. consisting of what has been done in the past years. This year, we've made a slight adjustment in our timing/days and will be in Central Lake on Saturday. Past years, it was Friday. On Saturday, September 19th, the paddlers will arrive at Thurston Park approximately between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. We respectfully request permission to use Thurston Park Pavilion and restrooms for paddlers to rest and eat lunch. We request additional access to restrooms either through the use of the campground or portable restrooms. Channel Lakes Water Trail. We appreciate your support of the Channel Lakes Water Trail. This community asset is truly only possible because of all 20 partners working together to make a continuous trail for all to enjoy. Thank you for your commitment, and we are excited to work with you on the future improvements to Thurston Park. We appreciate the opportunity to continue to work with the village as we protect our precious water resources by connecting people to the water through paddle sports. If there's any further information I can provide, please contact me anytime. Dina Joe. 9A, approval of the bills. Total approved $91,816.97.
I just want to mention that we are the pass-through for the Brownfield Auto Clinic demolition project, so that any checks that are written from that fund are not actually village funds, but from the grant.
Do you get the key part of this for the local village?
Pardon?
Do you get the key part of it?
Well, no.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills as presented.
I'll second.
Roll call, please. We're spending some money.
Chapman?
Yes.
Patton?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yes.
Fox?
Yes.
Shearhart?
Yes.
And Drake?
Yes.
Number 11, new business. FOIA fee appeal number 1 of 2026.
Yes.
Council members, before you can see the breakdown of how that number came about. Allie, can you enlighten us as to the procedure?
Yeah, absolutely. So Ms. Huffman said she was going to be here tonight to state her case for her appeal, as she did not submit a written appeal today. So really, I will speak. Typically, then she would speak, but then she's not here. And then you guys will consult with each other, make a decision on whether to uphold, to reduce the fees, or to completely waive the fees in regards to this FOIA request. I'm going to speak on it. Scott's then going to speak on his portion, so you can understand where calculations came from on that. And we'll be here for any questions. Any questions before we start? No? Okay, okay. All right, so after you flip the instruction page, you're going to see the original FOIA request from Ms. Huffman. There's quite a bit of information that she's requesting, which includes all information as well as 6 individuals in total. She wants property information, all communications, that includes voicemails, emails, letters, anything like that. The big part about this is the police and law enforcement records that she is requesting. There is a lot, and the police officers will have to go through and redact. Scott will discuss that a little bit more. Obviously, their body camera, that takes a lot of time to find. She would like information on poverty exemption, so it's me searching files for different things throughout the years for her. Yeah, so basically, Scott and I, everything that we've done thus far has been consulted with our attorney. I haven't sent an email without consulting with our attorney for the reply. So everything has gone through them down to the T, because I did not want to mess any of this up, essentially. And then, so once you get through her FOIA request, there's going to be a FOIA fee appeal. So that was the appeal she sent us. You can read through that really fast if you'd like. And then after that, you'll see the letter we sent her, the cost estimate letter that was drafted by our attorneys. After that, you'll see the cost breakdown from the village. So that one has my time and then the police time all together for a grand total. And then the next page is how the police broke down how they're gonna do that. I'll speak on mine first, of course. So this is a good faith estimate. We don't know how long my records are gonna take to find technically, because I don't know how many there are. I have to actually find them, I have to go through them and get them prepared to send. So my portion is really good faith, essentially. And that is done by hourly wages. You can see it's broken down by hours. That's my hourly wage there, times the amount of time we believe it is. Of course, with the estimate, it can always be lowered if it doesn't cost that much. But this is our estimate that we think it's going to reach, so it has to be fulfilled. We're gonna have to reach out to our IT team. They're gonna have to search all of our emails. That's gonna take some time for them. They have to get their processors together. So that's on there. Because we don't want to miss anything, because for a request, we legally have to give it to her if she requests it. So that's why we have to bring IT into it. And then I'm gonna have to copy things out to make sure that everything can be sent, and it's not attorney-client privilege emails or anything like that. So I have to review those, and I'm gonna print those off to do that. Thus the copies. And then Scott, would you like to speak on your police estimate?
Sure. Hopefully you have a copy of that.
Yep.
Simply broke down, Allie's is pretty much good faith. Mine has a little bit of statistics behind it because I can pull everything on the computer. When I quickly did it based on her request, we have to go based on what the request is for. And we can't look anything into it or less or more, or whatever, just exactly what the request is. There's 78 contacts in law enforcement contacts, just for the Central Police Department. So estimated, we just kind of quickly figured that it'd be about a half hour for each incident to pull reports, to make copies, to redact things. Some of them had body cameras footage to it, some of it has daily. So it was just a quick estimate. It was half hour per, divided 78 and a half. That's how we came up with the number. Body camera footage is usually only kept for 60 days unless it's requested. At the date of her FOIA request, I think there's only a couple there, so that's not that much of an expense. And then the second part would be the daily part. A little bit harder to track that because I have to go based on dates, start pulling everything, whereas on the computer I can generate most of everything. So very, very labor intensive, but in order to get like a good faith out there, that's the total cost. FOIA has a lot of rules and regulations. We've been talking to the village attorney. Ellie and I have been talking quite a bit. Rob and I, Michelle, have been talking as far as how to do it legally the right way and make sure that we've got our bases covered. So that's kind of where we came up with that number. We have to base it on the lowest paid person in our department. So it's our part-time person's wages doing that. So we have to kind of give the advantage to the person making the request. So we tried to do that as best we could. If at some point, like I said, once we start pulling reports, some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. So it's just kind of more of an estimate. If we actually end up doing this and presenting exactly what the FOIA request asks for, obviously if it's cheaper, it's taken off the cost. If it's more, then it obviously gets adjusted too. So it's just a quick estimate. If the only way you would ever know the total cost is actually to do it, and at the advice of the village attorneys, we can't waste that much time doing something that may or may not, go full circle.
So let me just kind of recap here. So we have the FOIA request that is massive in scope and time frame. And we have followed the law and given the requestor a good faith estimate, in which includes a poverty waiver of $20, which is what the law requires. And now, in order to continue with the work to fulfill the FOIA request, we need a 50% deposit from the requestor. And then when all is said and done, if our time turns out to be less, we obviously would not give her an invoice for our estimate. We would give her the invoice for the actual time allotted.
Yes, of course. So it's 50% down, basically $2,500. And so if she gives us the deposit, we fulfill her request. We do the math before she picks it up because she does have to pay upon picking it up.
or emailing it, so upon arrival, it has to be paid for. If it's less amount of money that is due, then obviously she will just fulfill the amount from the deposit plus whatever is due. Does that make sense? Sorry, I said that awkwardly. So if she put down the $2,500 and it only turned out to be $3,000, she's only paying the extra $500 versus our estimate.
What is this, it says in her appeal, the Freedom Michigan Freedom Information Act, MCL 15.234, is that real? You looked into it?
Yep. Yep. So she did appeal, and that's why we're speaking on it today. She did have the right to put in her own input by being here today, emailing us something to read, maybe about submitting a letter. She failed to do so.
So that maxes out at $5,000 or something?
Well, that's just a good faith estimate.
Oh, good faith estimate.
So then before us tonight is a decision regarding her appeal. And so we need to decide whether we will uphold the fee as the estimate provides, whether we will reduce the fee, or whether we will waive the fee. And if we waive the fee or reduce the fee, she's not paying for it, but we are, the taxpayers are.
Yes.
Somebody's paying.
By reducing or waiving the fee, the board is agreeing to place burden of the cost for this FOIA request on the taxpayers rather than the individual making the request. The fees do not disappear if they were reduced or waived. They are simply reallocated to the village's general budget. These fees are the cost to fulfill the request. They will be incurred no matter who ultimately pays them.
Any other questions for Ellie or Scott, council members?
So even though she didn't show up tonight, we still have to pursue it.
Yes, yep, it's her right to appeal.
You want the village to put a water line in, you gotta pay for that. Well, we have to pay for this.
There's a lot here.
There's yes.
I'm not gonna deny that. And some of the stuff we don't even have. Right? I mean, we wouldn't have like phone call records and.
I do have a lot of records that have to do with that. Yeah, yeah.
That would be part of the IT stuff. Is that what you're?
Yeah, so they would have to go back. All my voicemails are sent to my email, and so I keep all of them. And so I have all the voicemails that she left.
So part of the challenge is you have to be able to find out whether it exists or not. And if it doesn't exist, does she have access to it legally? So if we send emails to our village attorney, it's covered. Things that I send to the prosecuting attorney, things that have like lien access to it or something like that. There's a lot of things, even in that request, I could say just by looking at it, probably not gonna get, there's no way she would get 100% of everything she asks for. It's impossible. By law, she cannot have.
But we still gotta go through everything.
Exactly. You have to pull it up, you have to look at it, you have to be able, it's called redacting, you have to be able to decide what she can and can't have based on law. If there's any juvenile information in there, some of that gets redacted, and it's really.
You know that it's her own kids. I mean, as far as.
Correct, because the problem is, once we release it, then it's out into the open, and it could be, so we really don't control it. So we have to be able to protect whatever we release, if not, we're held responsible for that too, so. So by pulling, even in the police department, if there's 78 contacts, I gotta pull every single one of them. And every one of them has different trails to a daily, to a body camera, to lien access, or to any of those things. And they're all kept different places because they have to be.
No, what do you, by the daily, what do you mean by that?
So when I come to work every day, I can show you, there's a daily for everything I do. If I work 8 hours a day, it's gonna show you from the time I checked in to the time I checked out.
Oh, okay.
So daily logs.
Okay.
So some things are in that, some of them are in the computer, some of them, their information is spread out in different places, so. Yes, and then certain things can be released, certain things cannot be released, and, and that comes into play where Allie's talking about IT has to be involved, because in order to legally redact that and to block part of it, it takes some creative. I don't have the capability of doing that. For us to buy that program would be probably $25,000. So
You probably don't have like an AI thing or certain camera. You know?
our IT people can do that,
Yeah.
but then it involves their time too. So, you know, some departments, like bigger departments, have their own IT department, have their own computer system that automatically reacts things based on just, you type in some parameters and say, these are the things I want, don't want.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, for a small department,
Files.
$25,000 would be impractical. I mean, so.
This is essentially, I guess, in files. Yeah.
Now, we're required to keep them and have them, but then how you get that information back out to, you know, legally fill out FOIA requests is challenging, so.
Right, she wants a lot of stuff.
And then I guess my next question is, as far as when she sent this, was she aware of the fees and everything else, like as published?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so she received the estimate letter that's here, and then she received the breakdown as well. Our FOIA policies are on our website.
Prior to asking for the information, I mean, like.
Well, I don't know that she wants the information unless she asks me.
But you have like the charge on the website, it says that you charge.
Yes, yep, it's just Michigan law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really have a choice. It's the law.
I did everything through the attorney. When I received this, I automatically shot it over to them. They've drafted every letter. They've looked over every estimate.
So as long as it's close to her ahead of time.
What does the lawyer say about this request for the indigent waiver of all fees and stuff?
No, they said absolutely do it, and that's, we're legally allowed to reduce $20, and so you can see that on my estimate,
Okay.
under the waiver request credit.
That's all it is, though?
Yes.
It's not like a whole fee waiver or anything like that?
Not in the state of Michigan.
And not in the state of Michigan?
And the fee waiver for the request or doesn't mean that we're not paying for it. I mean, it means that regular taxpayers are paying for it.
Well, let's keep in mind, every time we call the attorney, it's like a gas pump, that the dollars just go through. So this isn't.
I mean, that's the hardest part about this is anything we look at, it's a law.
Right.
And I, like, that's not my strong suit,
No.
you know?
We don't want to make any mistakes. We want to do it right.
Exactly, that's.
We want to follow the law. But we're not lawyers. We should be.
Well, I don't know about that.
11B, Council Chrome books, Michelle.
Is that it?
Ally?
Yeah, that's me. Hi. Michelle asked me to look into some Chromebooks. So right now everything is on paper, obviously. So I kind of did like a cost breakdown here, if you flip the page. So basically every year we spend about $1,147.51 on just council packets and paperwork, essentially. If we spend about $2,000 this year, every council member can have their own Chromebook, so I can just upload all the packets onto there. I'll set something up like a Google Drive, obviously the Google product, where we can have all of our ordinance stored. So if you're like looking real fast, just get on your laptop, shoot over there, our handbooks, zoning, all the information, budget, of course, yes.
A calendar.
Calendar.
Meetings and stuff.
Yep. Anything you need for the village council would be there. So just something to consider.
Questions for Ally regarding the Chromebooks?
They would be secure, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Google provides the like firewalls and antivirus software. So that also means we don't have to be paying our IT company to cover more computers. That's a monthly charge, so it's nice for Chromebooks. It's a Google product. It's pretty easy to navigate. If you have any questions, I can always assist you. I'm pretty good with it. We'll have like a Google Drive, so you guys can upload your own files or anything that you need on there so other council members can see it.
So it would really streamline access to documents, for sure.
Yep, so like as we're building the agenda through the month, I can, if something gets added to the agenda, I'll automatically like upload the paperwork like involved in that. So if you want to check it out every once in a while, get updated before the meeting happens, it's easier.
We could also see the editing history, so we could see when things were added to the agenda. And
Oh, yeah, yep.
I think it's a great idea.
it sounds a little 21st century to me.
Time to modernize.
Okay, thank you.
Tyler, if I just make a, they expect Chromebook prices to double by end of June.
Great.
So if we're looking at replacements for school. So just something to keep in mind. And I'm not sure about.
Thank you. C, trench box purchase. I'm gonna look into that and see the cost of that. It would come out of the water and the sewer account if we did purchase one.
Why do we need one?
John, what are your thoughts on a trench box?
There's situations to be handy, not all.
Okay.
Can I comment on that? Yeah, on the guy who proposes.
Okay, since you're our OSHA representative.
So the second leading cause of fatalities on construction sites is cave-ins and excavations. In the state of Michigan, Part 9 of the construction safety standards, excavations and trenching, anything over 5 feet deep has to be sloped properly, which is very difficult if you're next to a road or a sidewalk because it has to be a 3-to-1 slope. So trench boxes are kind of a necessity if John or some of his guys are going 5 feet or deeper, or 4 feet or deeper, they have to have a ladder to get on the excavation. Doesn't matter how long it is, second leading cause of fatalities, and it's probably the third most cited citation by Michigan OSHA. So, yeah.
Well, kind of settles that one. All right. John, anything to add?
I'll look, there's not much out there. Yeah, there's different styles. There might be plates and extenders.
All right. Thank you.
We need some help, John. Some people.
Okay.
Number 12, action item A, approved motion to uphold the.
Can I mention something? All right.
Yep.
The next 3 action items is basically a choice of the directions you can go with the FOIA request. So you pick one out of those 3 to pass the motion. This is how they legally need to be worded.
So A would be to uphold the FOIA request and deny the appeal, basically. B would be to reduce the fee. And we have to provide the reasons as part of our motion. For example, it's in the public interest, or we need to reduce the fee because our calculations were incorrect. Or the third option is to waive the fees entirely for the requestor, but to recognize that the taxpayers are still paying those fees.
I'll make a motion to go with A.
I'll second. And we got a support right there. Roll call, please.
Chapman?
Yes.
Patton?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yes.
Fox?
Yes.
Shearhart?
Yes.
Drake?
No.
D, approved motion for Gordy Fraser Associates to apply for the Eagle FY27 grant. You can see in your packet, it gives you a breakdown of what the grant entails. Their charge is $5,000.
Okay, so what does this do?
It's the same thing we applied for last year.
That we had done last year?
Yeah, and we just need to keep filing for it. It's a good grant. I mean,
So if we get the grant, they'll do the same thing they did last year. except on different services, water services.
Probably. It just depends on what is this one for?
I believe
For the lead lines or?
no, it's just for water upgrades. This one's mainly, it'll include that.
Okay.
If we do it through Eagle, you can, I think last one we did was USDA.
Okay.
But USDA, you can only do like your main, the curb stop.
Okay.
You can't include customer side. Where Eagle's gotten a bunch of money, where they're putting some, where we might have access to it now. So it'll be for main upgrades, and if we do it through Eagle, that you can do all into the house.
Service line.
Yeah.
I just think it's something, I mean, we need to keep applying for these things, whether we want them or not. You know.
True.
Yeah, basically Feds had a bunch of money out there, other states did take it, so Michigan grabbed more than Eagle. Eagle got a bigger pot, so they're. And the scoring, the point system compared to big cities is a little different now. So
So we have a better
smaller
chance.
municipalities might have a better chance of getting it. 'Cause before they went on sheer number of lines you had to do. Now it's like a percentage or like 100%, so it just changes. Makes it easier for a small community to get some of the money.
I move that we approve the motion for Gordy Fraser and Associates to apply for the Eagle FY27 DWSRF grant funding with the cost to the village of $5,000.
Roll call, please.
Yes, Chapman?
Yes.
Patton?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yes.
Fox?
Yes.
Shearhart? Drake?
Yes.
E, approve payment to the Michigan Municipal League for our annual pool renewal premium in the amount of $21,411.
No liability insurance, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Yep, it's 29 pages, so if you'd like to see it, talk to me. Yes.
Roll call, please.
Chapman?
Yes.
Patton? Tyler?
Yes.
Fox?
Yes.
Shearhart?
Yes.
And Drake?
Yes.
F, approve event permit number 2 of 2026, the Paddle Anthem Festival on Saturday, September 19th, 2026. That will be at the Thurston Park Pavilion. I'd like to make a motion to approve that event permit. All in favor of approval of the event permit, say aye.
Aye.
Public comment.
I'd just like to say that I really like the idea of Chromebooks, but I would encourage, after several years of requesting, even with previous boards, our village councils from past and to present do not have their own emails under the government entity. The county has emails for the board of trustees, all the other villages or township has emails under the government entity for their board of trustees. I think it's reckless to use your personal emails. And so if you do in the future approve that Chromebook, I think it's important for you all to have your own emails. One, it allows your constituents to contact you. Really, I look at everything from the township to county to the village and to surrounding areas. And this is the least accessible board of trustees I've ever encountered from 2007 to present. So I would just like to.
So you're looking to we would set up an email
For
to
your,
the village.
for the village,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So I do like the Chromebook idea. I think it'll cut down on time for Ally, cost for printing, ink. It should save her department a good chunk of change. And that's just coming as a former office manager.
So can we put the Chromebooks on the agenda for next month?
Sure.
You got it.
Do we take classes how to use them?
They'll be good.
Man, Bill's gonna be first in line. Any other public comment? I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. All in favor of adjournment, say aye. Aye. All right, thank you much.
I'm so excited.
Oh, you probably canceled school, you always cancel school.
And